Welcome to the Health Revolution, the show that leads you to a life of vibrant well-being. In a world full of noisy health trends, we bring you clarity through a sea of fads. We reveal the science behind the strategies that truly work. We explore physical strength, emotional resilience, and mental mastery, the keys to an enriched life. See inspiring interviews with the champions who've conquered life's challenges. Are you ready to unlock your potential to live with vitality and purpose? Then join the Health Revolution. I'm your host, Adriana Morrison, health and fitness expert, speaker, and a mom who understands. Let's embark on this transformative quest together. If you want to change the game, it all starts now. The Health Revolution, and we're excited that you are joining us today, returning and brand new viewers. And no matter which way you're tuning into us, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We want to stay connected to you. I'm excited to be here, your host today, Adriana Morrison. You know that we are all things when it comes to elevating the physical strength of the human body, emotional resilience, and mental mastery, the keys to optimizing our life and taking things to a whole new level. And I'm excited about today's episode because we are talking about where self-love meets relationship intelligence. And of course, we know AI is taking society by storm in many beneficial ways. And of course, there's lots of questions. How can it continue to help us grow in ways that maybe we didn't see before, including how to love, how to self-love, and all of that. Our guest today is someone who is an expert in relationships, and she is pioneering the space of AI and how that can help us with self-love. Take a look at this. Let's get to know her. Meet Iryna Wood, internationally recognized relationship expert, author, and the visionary creator of Gemini Near Me, a groundbreaking self-love and relationship intelligence app recently featured in Forbes. With over a decade of experience coaching singles and couples around the globe, Iryna brings deep wisdom to the emotional wellness space. She's also the author of Who Cares About Your Ex?, a bold and insightful guide to emotional healing and moving on with confidence. Her innovative app blends 24/7 AI-powered counseling with tools like guided meditations, dream analysis, compatibility charts, journaling prompts, and astrological insights, all designed to help users deepen their self-awareness, elevate their confidence, and strengthen their relationships. Today, we will learn how Iryna is blending technology, heart, and healing to revolutionize the way we love and the way we love ourselves.
Hey, Adriana, I'm so happy to meet you and to be here. It's an honor. Thank you very much.
I'm excited for our conversation. You bring a whole lot to the table, and I've got to ask off the bat, being a relationship expert, is this an area that you knew that you were just going to crush and be a part of and have that professional life, or was there a breakthrough moment where you decided, what, this is definitely my calling?
I think all great businesses, they are usually based, first of all, on your purpose, and they are related to your trauma or to your biggest and most talented skill. In my case, it's probably the same because I was always passionate about the relationship and finding my Mr. Destiny and living happy life. And as well, I came from the abusive marriage. First marriage, it was very short, but it introduced me to some kind of really true life drama, and it helped me to understand myself because I believe that all our ex-partners and our current partners that definitely shape us. And there was another trial that hit me much worse than that, but it helped me to understand the missionary of the helping professional, that actually how I started to work with people deeply from different angles as a counselor using my proprietary technique. And that was long-term disease and a loss of my father that actually brought me to my calling. And I think that your calling, it's not always even your profession. In my case, it is working with singles and couples for years, but calling is something which is calling, which is easy, which is a part of you, and you can't even imagine your existence on earth without it.
So, one thing that I've noticed about self love, and we're having a greater connection to ourselves these days, and that's something we needed to do. Have you always had that intuition about you? Have you always felt like that was just something that was part of your understanding of you?
Absolutely not. Otherwise, I wouldn't get into bad relationship, which distracted me, but they shaped me, as I mentioned before. And I think that self-love is something that you gain in within you. It's a light. It's ability to listen to your heart. It's ability to follow your intuition, as you mentioned before as well, which is great because people nowadays they mix it up. They misinterpret the definition, the phenomena of self-love. They think it's about to be egocentric, well-centered, egoistic, narcissistic, which is not. Pure self-love is about self-respect. It's about self-knowledge. It's about self-acceptance. It's about self-understanding and being very appreciative to every single mood, to every single stage of your life, to your ups and downs, and to be passionate about yourself. So I find self-love is a base of absolutely everything what you develop in life, whether it's related to you or building up any other relationships around you.
One thing I love is that you speak very boldly, and I too, once upon a time, I didn't pick the relationships as so great, way many moons ago, and so what helped me was I had to grow into that level of confidence that I'm proud of that I have today, and that continues to grow. And that confidence for you, when was your first breakthrough, personally speaking, when you decided, you know what, I'm gonna stand on business. I'm going to trust what speaks to me. As a woman, when did you have your breakthroughs?
I think probably it's the age of 23 because I had a great example of relationship in my family, and psychologically speaking, I should have attracted healthy relationship into my life, especially when my mother and grandmother they got married very early, and it was a part of my dream to get married and live happily after and having kids and so on. But for some reason, this disbalance when you came from a lot of love, abundance, and all life opportunities that I had, and for some reason, I attract the person who ruins it all, all my perfect world. So why that happened? It means that something was in me that I didn't accept myself. And I had a lot of perfectionism since childhood, which can be ruining as well. It could be progressive. It can help you to work out a lot of things in your life, but it can be fantastically disruptive and destructive for your life. So I realized when I was 23, I have a lot of questions to the universe. And that's how I started to deal with astrology, which is very precise mathematical science. I know that people have double standards about astrology, but astrology and numerology, it's pure math. And that's how I got into birth chart readings, understanding your potential, because I started finally to be curious about myself, my personality. And what was it? Was it karma? What is was experience that I had to work out. If not this guy, maybe I would have attracted the other guy with a similar patterns of behavior to understand myself better. So I realized what happened to me, and the second stage was probably a second wave of acceptance, understanding, and moving forward in life, and it influenced my profession a lot, was embracing my psychological education, my master's degree in psychology. That was already related to my father's loss because he was into serious deep depression and it lasted 8 years, and I did all my best in experiencing incredible tools for self-discovery and self-growth and self-awareness, and I traveled the world for that to get as many instruments as possible to help your beloved one without tablets, without the medicine, but in any kind of alternative medicine way.
What I love is that you trusted the process. And I think that I'm hearing in your story, which I'm fascinated by, that there was no doubt that once you made a decision and you wanted to explore the world, that you wanted to pursue a higher education, you wanted to explore psychology even more, you wanted to explore astrology, numerology. Like it was a decision. And my question to you is, why do we women struggle with that? Why is there this tug of war with doubt that sometimes that we women have?
Adriana, let me give you a very simple example because people not understand always where does trauma come from. If you believe in past life, you can say it came from there, because we repeat the same type of scenarios through life. But I have to tell you, we all came from childhood. It's interesting that you see in me that I have no doubts, because I was always very focused, very disciplined, and very dedicated to the education. You're right, I was addicted. Everybody has their addictions. I was addicted to the education all my life, and I never stopped. But I had my doubts. And I give you my own example, not my client's example, how my doubts were born and how I overcame it. When I was 5 or 6, I had very young parents, because I was the university child. So they were playing the game with me. Whom do you love more, mother or father? Mother and father. Looks like nothing. You're a mother, you're playing with your kids, and you know how a lot of fun it is. And it looked like a very funny, nice game. And they were tape recording it. I have no reason why. Maybe because they just bought in Soviet Union the tape recorder. It was a lot of fun and something new technological for them. So I realized within time that every time I'm coming to the restaurant, B27, for example, and I have no idea what I'm going to pick up tonight. And my friends say, do you want fish or meat? It's a stupid, very live, daily routine example. And I realize I doubt. Or what kind of nail polish I will pick up? I doubt. Or what kind of friend or business I would like to pick up? And I doubt. It came not even from direct trauma. That's why our childhood memories are very important, but from repressed emotions about unrecognized trauma. Because parents were doing nothing wrong in their eyes. In my childhood vision, it was the doubt was created. So I realized it, I dived into that, I healed it, I took it out from me, and every time I promised myself I doubt, I would listen to my gut and just make it happen. If I make a mistake, even better, I will learn from it.
What was your first professional breakthrough that you had? Trusting this process and deciding that, you know what, I'm really going to study relationships. I'm just going to fine tune how I understand it and create and gather that deep knowledge of how relationships work, how they're beneficial, what doesn't help relationships work, all of those things.
It's interesting because it's not that I picked up relationships. They probably picked up me. First of all, as I mentioned before, it does correspond to my passion. I consider that choosing your partner, you're choosing your destiny, and it's very, very valuable and important. But my very important non-return point was when I was working psychological and astrologically with my clients, and one mother called me in. I used to live in south of France for 8 years. I had my company, boutique company for small seminars in Monaco, and she calls me and she said, could you work out on my territory in home? I said, okay, no problem, but could you explain me why? Because it's actually not the greatest idea. People who address you, they have to come to you. And I had an office, it was not an issue. And she said, I have a child with disabilities, and I came to see her. And she asked me to do astrology first for her, and after we would proceed and pick up the other tool for working out, if she liked me as a professional. Yes, she did. And she requested the relationship expertise for her and her husband. And after she shared the story of her pain about her child with disabilities. So when I realized the issue we worked on, we didn't work with the child, we worked with the mother, because children are extremely attached to the emotions of the mother until 3 years old. And all misbehavior, as she saw, and she told me something wrong with my child, I said, no, it's not. And we went into the prenatal zone and we worked with that stage, which is very covered and unrecognized, because people always think in something physical body, it's something in your education, it's something after, not before. Our children are listening to us, I think, before to come here on earth, especially already being in your belly. And when we did the meditation, and I have my proprietary technique working with people, coaching through meditation, and we worked with your child, believe me or not, healed and started to behave incredibly, absolutely incredibly, and feeling physically better. Her relationship with other relatives improved, and with her husband also. And we were working with the only one person, which is mother. So that was my understanding how relationship with yourself and fixing them could influence relationship and actually even indirectly physical status of the other people around you, because metaphysics work and the energy, the vibe is influencing everything and everybody around.
So, in working in obviously, when someone is struggling and they're in a relationship, it definitely starts with themselves. So, it starts with us. So, what do you tell the person who is doesn't realize that, but they're trying to fix a relationship with somebody else, but they haven't even begun to scratch the surface of what's going on with them, getting to know themselves?
People are usually, especially in couples relationship, they speak to each other from the point of judgments, because they see through their own visions and their own background and their own trauma, by the way, and as well they're using you. I think since you start using I statement in relationship and you start kind of expressing your emotions about it, because the same type of behavior would hit you and me in a different way. And I think since they start to realize not why my husband is looking, for example, on the other woman, but what is in within me that I'm reacting on that. What happens? What's my main emotion about it? Do I feel sad? Do I feel like gloom, like I'm losing my husband and he's almost dead after what he did to me? Or maybe I'm disappointed, or maybe I have a lot of pain. So, since you dive into yourself, you understand, first of all, what's your main emotion about it? Second, what's your main body instinct? Because one person being jealous will go and fight for your love, the other one will be frozen and waiting. Okay, what's he going to do next? I'm not going to tell him some messages with the other woman. The other person will just disappear without the explanation. So body behaviors, they are very different, and they as well triggered by your inner patterns. Behaviors from your inner child in the childhood. And the other thing that you have to, when you acknowledge those emotions and your instincts, you have to express yourself, speaking from I state point of view about to yourself and to the other one, like, I feel sorrow now about it. What I'm going to do with it?
And we've got so much more to dive into this, including the Gemini Near Me app. First, we're going to take a commercial break. Stay put. We're coming back.
So in the calm bag, it has GABA, theanine, and taurine. So theanine, which is B1, which is also in our B complex, but it also helps with the stress response levels. It also helps with the neurological transmitters in our brain. Combined with the GABA, and then you add taurine to it. Taurine is a non-essential amino acid in our body, but it's found in our heart, our brain, and our eyes. So in my personal opinion, it's very essential in our lives. But taurine has a calming effect as well. When I was battling all my AFib issues, I was taking high doses of taurine because that would help with my AFib. It would help with the palpitations I was having. And it also helped with the anxiety of having the palpitations because I knew what was going on. And so taurine helps a lot with that as well. So those three together create such a wonderful concoction that just really just calms people down.
Introducing Launchpad, the perfect partner to help you launch your dream project to the world. We know that time is of the essence, and we're here to help you make the most of it. With Launchpad, you'll get access to the most advanced digital tools and strategies to take your idea from a mere concept to a fully fledged success. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur or a seasoned pro, we have everything you need to make your mark in the world. Launchpad, your ultimate launch partner.
Welcome back, everybody. We're spending quality time today with our guest, Iryna Wood, relationship expert, and she is the co-founder of Gemini Near Me app. We're going to dive all into that. Iryna, before the break, we started going into some of the characteristics that you noticed of people as they navigate through relationships and why we get through, why we have some of these obstacles. And can you elaborate a little bit more about some of the core areas or the pain points that you're noticing that people struggle with in their relationships?
Absolutely. I think the biggest challenge that we all face and meet through life is a fear of being yourself, of being authentic yourself. Because when you meet somebody and you have this dream of sharing the life with somebody, or maybe just a fear of being alone, because people have this dream from different points of view. Somebody is scared to get retired on your own. Somebody is scared to really to spend physically time alone, and they're just changing partners. The other people are changing partners because they are not ready for the emotional intimacy. There are different reasons, and the other person would really dream about meeting their Mr. or Mrs. Right and spend life together. So the problem is that in all those cases, in 90%, people are not authentic, because when they're meeting somebody, and let's say you quit alcohol and you don't want somebody, like you have your reasons for that, and you meet and you say, why don't we share a glass of wine, and think, okay, you know what, I'll make excuse, what's the big deal? And it's not about the wine itself here. And after you hear somebody would tell you, you know, why don't we do that, and you start to agree, and after you, for example, you dreamt all your life having kids, and you fell in love with a guy, and you understand that he has no opportunity to have kids, and you were scared to discuss it at the very first date. But because in reality, Adriana, where is the right time for direct, honest, brutally honest conversations? There is none. At the first date, it's too early. After, when you already fell in love, it's too late. So people are scared to be themselves. And they are not even guilty for that, because they don't know what they are. They don't know what they are looking for, because they are driving through life under the influence of their parental expectations, their neighbors' jealousy, their friends' advices, maybe even astrology and numerology, because, like people who become too much addict about it. I read in my birth chart reading I have to be this and that's it. They forget about their heart calling as well. So I think the biggest challenge is, first of all, you have no idea who you are in reality. As a consequence, you have no idea what you're looking for and what you're attracting, naturally into your life. Third, that you're trying to please somebody, you agree to things, starting from your parents, by the way, because you think that at the end of the story you will not belong nowhere, and you are not enough for yourself. That's the problem.
And you bring up a powerful point. It's almost like this level of insecurity, the not so sure. So maybe getting caught up in what I like the term analysis paralysis, trying to find the perfect time, the perfect, not sure. And so the hesitation means, oh no, I've waited. Oh no. And so then I know that can be a serious hang up. Do you notice that it with one generation to the next, are there different patterns that generations approach, like say Gen X, then millennials, Gen Z, or does each generation have its own ways of navigating through relationships, or are we all one and the same? How when we struggle in relationships?
Gen Z's, they're interesting. They are cool because they are investigating all those tools for self-discovery. They picked it up that they can be free in life, but they have, as far as I see, because I'm working with people, and I'm sorry, because they have so much a temptation to discover yourself from different angles, so much social media influence and all those trends, that they have this choice finally that probably our mothers and grandfathers didn't have, because they were missing their destiny on the neighboring street, and that's it. You have three guys, or like few people in the university, I don't know, few people in job, and you pick up a good one, and you live all your life, and you agree what you agree for, and that's it. So their life was simply, their life had a lack of friends and lack of choice, But for some reason, universe or God put two couples together because, as far as I see, they're living forever and they have their ups and downs. It was more honest and more real, and they didn't find a way always looking for an exit. Nowadays, young generation look like they have all instruments to get to know themselves very well, but I heard a tendency that people start to get married to themselves. What's the next? Okay, you're gonna get married to your parrot, to your cat, to your dog. This is bad because you are so much closed in your trauma. You're so much scared to open up your heart. This is another thing. People stop being open and ready to share love, energy, and pain. So there is always good and bad. So this tendency, social media trends that you have to be perfect, you have to do this. I think it's good to use maybe social media trends for your business, as you, for example, do, but have very authentic, very real, connected, open-hearted relationship with your partner and with, in case you got lucky, with your next generation.
I want to talk about Gemini Near Me. Now, this is the app that that you've created, and talk a little bit about it. I just want to show our viewers that I have the app here, and it's obviously visually stunning, and you're leading the charge. Talk a little bit about what gave you the idea, and I want to go through step by step, like what we can expect of the app.
So Gemini Near Me, it's help self and self-love app. About self-love part, we already talked, and I mentioned that self-love is absolutely impossible without self-acceptance and self-understanding. That's why we call this app is one-stop shop, a solution for all self-discovery tools. With a revolutionary Iryna AI. Iryna AI, it's a two-way conversational avatar programmed by me as a relationship counselor that speaks only about relationships with yourself and including your self-care routine on daily basis and relationships with the others. So it doesn't mean only your romance, it means your relationship with your kids, brothers, sisters, and so on. It's restricted and programmed by me again. What's the difference? Why it's different from OpenAI or ChatGPT? Because it would never give you any kind of advice of the divorce lawyer. So it's restricted again, and it will dive into your emotions because I have my special technique. I work with people. I explain you already how your core emotions, your primary emotions, are related to your body instincts. So it's more important what you feel, but not what is going on around you in reality. And since you dived into your trauma, you healed yourself, you work it out, you relieved yourself, and you feel that all pain is gone, then you can proceed and react differently in life. That's what Iryna AI is working with. She's working, or it is working with your emotions. Of course, AI is AI, it's still a robot, but I have to tell you, I did it myself as much authentic, as much as empathic as it could be. So you will never feel alone if you had a bad conversation with your partner at 2 o'clock a.m. in the night and you can't fall asleep and you don't want to take a pill, but you want to really heal yourself and understand what happened, not to be repeated and find yourself in this situation again.
And what
All
I do like on here is like you here on this screen, it is self love and then smart together. So the screen is so when someone starts off in the app, it starts to be very specific to get very to pinpoint exactly how to meet their needs, right? To identify what their needs are, and then that way the app can nurture them through the process. Is that right?
Absolutely. So we have the same set of tools, or we have up to 10 tools which help you to understand yourself better and work on yourself. That's why you call it self-help app. And it is built for single and coupled individuals. It's for individual use. The difference is that we have meditation for one person or meditation for two people. For example, prayer for a baby, it's for two, or building up peace in the family, or building up healthy conversation, or how to forgive the other. Or when it's for one person, I don't know, maybe you're dreaming about finding your missionary profession, maybe you're looking for your dream come true, maybe you just want to put your conscious and unconscious in balance. So we have a
Let's see if
set of
we can Let's see if we could scroll real quickly. I want to make sure that we get through each screen here. So, as you're explaining this, can you explain the different categories that we can expect?
Absolutely. So we have two very user-friendly, very easy to use platform, and we have two palettes to make it visibly pleasant for you, because maybe you have more masculine or more feminine nature. You know, you like tender colors, so you like strong business colors, which is the second one. As you see, Iryna AI explained it. It's our main feature programmed by me. Dream interpretation gives you analysis and decoding your hidden messages within your dreams, because for some reason we are waking up in a good or bad mood after those dreams, and sometimes when we remember them we can reflect on them and understand ourselves better, what our true desires and needs are. Stuff like daily affirmations or self-love and relationship cards or quote of the day, they just keep you uplifted, inspired, and on track towards your dreams. Astrology, numerology, and astrology provides you a monthly report and day-to-day astrological guidance. They can help you to find out the luckiest day for your new beginnings in life, and birth chart readings from astrological or numerological point of view can help you out mathematically to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, your talents, your gifts, your maybe best profession or educational field. And because they are two mathematical very powerful tools to help you understand your character better. As well, we have compatibility charts. You can see how you match with your partner. It doesn't mean that you have to lose your partner after it didn't work out, or so it's no percentage that you're good together or not. It's more about to finding the key to the heart of your beloved one.
Now let's
As
see if
well,
we can screen if we can get to the next page here.
oh, they are relationship classes. They are pre-recorded relationship intelligence. Not, it's not about relationship only. They speak about challenging topics in relationship with yourself and others, because I saw what my clients need for years, what they ask me. You know, like I don't know how to start difficult conversation with my husband, or I don't know how to identify the best profession for me. So I packed it in 12 pre-recorded classes. I spoke about meditations already, and as well we have manifesting journaling, which helps you with self-awareness diary, because people like to journal nowadays but they don't know how to do it. So I created daily prompts like coaching exercises that pops up every day 7 p.m. in the night after your day working day is over, so you can easily reflect on yourself, answering those questions to understand yourself better and clarify your goals and values in life.
And I know we've got another screen. I just want to highlight here. What I love that you have in the app here is quotes of the day. Now, how often do they pop up, and what are some of the different approaches to what kinds of quotes are can we see on the app?
Their daily quotes with daily refreshment, as well as affirmations, as well as your self-love or relationship card that you pick up like a little fortune, you know, for yourself, little surprise. It's actually just to keep you inspired, because sometimes you don't have nobody around. Like you have your husband, you have your kids, but there are people who are always busy, always alone, and not always they have great relationships even with friends or parents to feel that somebody believes in them. So it's important that you receive this card and it tells you that you're wonderful as you are and you are enough, which is very important.
And when people always have their phones, so that's something that that we can count on. And then, of course, the numerology piece here. Talk a little bit about this area of the app.
Yes, numerology, I mentioned, it's like very precise as well, because I don't know if you have ever seen the angels numbers, for example, that are on repeat. They pop up where double numbers, for example, 1111 or 3333. So numbers definitely speak to you. And when you're changing your numbers plates, in your car, or when you're changing the address, it all does influence you, because world is built up on metaphysics energetically, and as well algebra and geometry that we study at school. They influence us a lot. We just have no idea how, because nobody explains us those precise mathematical sciences from spiritual point of view. If you would wake up and, let's say, I've done my first master's degree in economy, diplomatic relationship, for my parents, not for myself. They wanted me to inherit their business, which I'm shareholder, but I never found it as a calling, a big deal in my life. So I did the different thing, which but I have to tell you, when I started to do astrology, numerology, being 23, I think, oh my God, why I didn't do it 6 years ago? I could save 5 years of my life reading that I'm creative, I'm a speaker, I'm psychological. So whole thing I have to do, it's all around creativity, all about public speaking, all about working with people in healing field, and nothing to do with economics. And I felt it, but I did it for my parents. And sometimes people waste all their life on doing something they don't want to do.
Absolutely. We still have more to cover. First, we're going to take a commercial break. We are coming right back. Stay right there.
Welcome to Renew Laser and Skincare, where beauty meets technology. From laser hair removal and anti-aging treatments to facial sculpting, acne care, and injectables, our expert team helps you look and feel your best with customized, results-driven care. Located in Littleton, Colorado, we offer a comfortable, welcoming space and cutting-edge treatments tailored just for you. Visit renewlaserandskincare.com to book your transformation today. Renew Laser and Skincare, where confidence begins.
Hi, I'm Adriana, and welcome back to Fit Bites. Today, let's talk about the importance of good skincare routine, especially as we age. Now, our skin is the largest organ in our bodies, and it needs consistent care to stay healthy and glowing. Start with a gentle cleanser to remove dirt, oil, and makeup without stripping your skin of its natural moisture. Now, look for products that suit your skin type, whether it's dry, oily, or combination skin. Next, apply a good moisturizer. Hydrating your skin helps to maintain its elasticity and prevent dryness. Choose a moisturizer with ingredients like hyaluronic acid or ceramides to lock in that moisture. Sun protection is crucial. Every morning, apply a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30, even on cloudy days. Sun exposure is the leading cause of premature aging, so don't skip on this step. At night, consider using a serum with antioxidants like vitamin C to protect against environmental damage and boost collagen production. Retinol is another great option for reducing fine lines and improving skin texture. Lastly, stay hydrated by drinking plenty of water and maintain a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats. What you put into your body shows on your skin. Remember, consistency is key. With a little daily effort, you can keep your skin looking and feeling its best. Stay tuned for more Fit Bites with Adriana. Relationship AI, and this is an incredible conversation because we're spending time with Iryna Wood. She is relationship expert and the founder behind Gemini Near Me app. And before the break, Iryna, you were talking about some of the different features of the app, and I always like to calm any concerns that for the select few out there who are afraid of AI and what, the stereotypical image of AI is going to take over the world, robots and such. What can you talk about, like with data privacy? How can you speak about that with your app? And what are some things that you do that just make it user friendly to ease the cares and worries of someone who is a little bit apprehensive about AI?
Listen, Adriana, I'm the one who is scared of AI, okay? Because I believe in human, I believe in God, I believe in the universe, I believe in angels, I believe in a lot of stuff. I believe that we are karmically and energetically related. How AI can help you in life. Because, for example, you came from fitness and you understand that you have your gift. You know how to embrace your physical body, how to set up your health condition, how to improve it. But let's say if you have your already your gift to talent, you can use AI as a tool to do pre-recorded classes with you, for example. But it's still you. So I think that in this case, what I did with AI, because I realized this is 21st century, it's era of Aquarius. We are not going back. Aquarius, it's all about new technology. It will never end. Social media growth will happen. AI will grow. And definitely, I don't want to live as robot. I don't want to have a house cleaning lady who will be a robot. I don't want to have a husband who will be a robot or dog who is a robot. That looks horrible to me. I don't know how people, because for me, energy is way too important. I can't even do my nails without energy exchange. I have to trust the person and feel it's a great person. But with AI, I realize that's the tendency. That's, a business part of it. AI would never create an idea. It all is written in the sky. It's all predestined. You just pick it up if you have a great intuition and you are open mind and you can embrace it. So I attracted it into my life. It was my dream to make something revolutionary in self-help, because not everybody had an opportunity to travel the world like me to different retreats, which takes a lot of time, energy, and money. And I have to tell you, you have to help yourself now. You can't wait for your trauma to be healed somewhere else. So I mixed it up and I made it a special way. I don't take any karmic responsibility for giving you advices or giving any tips in your relationships with yourself and the others. I question you because I do believe that all answers are written within. You know everything about you. Your husband knows everything about himself, and I know everything about myself. What's the best partner, best profession, best friend, best everything, up to t shirt for me for today? We feel it. What's a challenge for people? They don't know how to question themselves. So I built up this app. Yes, I put my face over there just to make it physically more easy when you're looks like you're talking to me. It's two-way conversational avatar, but in reality you're talking to yourself. The whole thing, the art of counseling, remember it forever. It's like a journalist. You ask the right question or judge, and you hear the answer. And you're the host and you know it. So my job was to write a prompt that would be very precise, very emotional, very empathic, that people can start understand themselves better. So when they go for a date or go to talk to their parents, they're absolutely confident, they know what they want, they know who they are.
And does the app protect a user's data? Are there
Yes.
privacy settings in there that they can be themselves and they can be transparent and not worry about that there is data protection in there?
Absolutely. We don't have any pre-recorded conversations for the reason of understanding yourself better, because what people should know everybody about AI, it's not a secret. When you're studying AI, because people go for a lot of courses, AI is studying you. In our case, we have a short memory to remember in your previous story. So it's like, to understand your temper and general idea, but it's not saving the whole thing that after it will we will sell it to the third party and say, Adriana had trauma when she was 6. And by the way, her zodiac sign and her data and social security number. No, it never ever happened. You don't demand anything, even astrology, numerology. You go to the field, share your personal data if you want. So it's not like you can add it as a feature. You can go there. If you don't believe in that, no problem. And Iryna AI will never. So we have a disclaimer. It's all your personal. That app, we call it the app that is always there for you. And we need that person, next to us. So it's more about understanding yourself better and talking to yourself first before you start talking to the other people. That's it. So it's all about you and it's all yours. Nothing belongs to us.
What advice I will say that for you being behind Gemini Near Me, and that you started this without any type of huge PR machine behind it. What would you tell other women who are wanting to be entrepreneurs or who are on the entrepreneurial journey and have a vision for themselves? What are some things that are helping you stay on track? Best practices.
The first thing, understand what you're passionate, unlimitedly passionate about. What you can do all your life, you have money or not. If somebody will take out everything from you tomorrow, what would you continue doing? I would do this. I would do counseling in person, and this app is opportunity to embrace bigger quantity of people. Second, write down your idea because you have to break it through into small steps and goals. You have to see if you see yourself doing the same thing being 70 years old and how you see vision yourself by that time. And in my case, I'll be very honest because I was funded with the support of my dear husband, who is co-founder of Gemini Near Me. But it's not only about the money supply, it's more about his absolutely masculine energy, because sales in this world, they should be built and everything in masculine and feminine energy. And I want people and women, especially because I'm mostly 70% I'm working with women. I want them to stay women, to feel women, to have energy as for their passions, for their kids, for their pets. So I think it's very powerful. Third tip, it's probably would be partnership, to know how to delegate, to find unbelievable team. And if you needed to be funded, like, you have to realize who would be not only a money like producer for you or help you out financially, but who will be shining, feeling the same light, share your passion the same way. My husband was enlightened. He said, I believe in you. That what, like I said, that's the sparkle. He's doing that not because of, like to give a toy to the wife. He understands that it's a big mission behind it to help all other people. And for me, to help people with depression or to help people to heal themselves is a big deal. And he
That's fan-
understood my pain.
that's fantastic. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay right there. Expert and the founder behind Gemini Near Me app. It's an app, it's a revolutionary app that is redefining that connection with self-love and improving our self-love. A powerful tool to have. Iryna, where can we find you in the social media space, in the virtual space?
It's always Iryna Wood, which is my name and family name, Iryna Wood. The easiest way to reach me out is probably the Instagram that I take care of myself on, like myself, as well on all other platforms, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, X nowadays. Yes, it's YouTube. Yes, it's always me and my name. And if you want just to dive and check out the Gemini Near Me app, you can always do not my personal website, which is still irinawood.com, but as well Gemini Near Me as a zodiac sign. com, and you'll see all those features, because maybe I missed something, because I still a human, thank God, not a robot, and we all get emotional.
Yes, and then for our viewers, Gemini Near Me is available in the App Store and Google Play Store. So wherever they get their updates, for whether it is Apple.
7 days free trial.
7-day free trial, fantastic. And last question for you: what is the one takeaway you want our viewers to have about the platform you stand on, relationships, how Gemini Near Me can help, all of that?
Realize you're the only one person you spend all life with, and be curious and passionate about yourself, so you'll never get bored, and you will have your ups and downs, and you will love it all.
Iryna Wood, appreciate your time. It's been a delight to have you on the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Adriana. Absolutely, wonderful experience with you. Thank you so much.
It goes by fast, for sure. And for all our viewers, we want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. Thank you so much for supporting our show. Biomed Mobile IV, Dapper No Code Launchpad, Renew Laser and Skincare, and Synergize Fitness. And you can find us on the web. Our address is thehealthrevolutiontv.com. There you can email us with any show episode ideas you'd love for us to cover. Feel free to sign up for our newsletter. If it's easier for you, grab the QR code in the corner of your screen. And then, of course, every Tuesday and Thursday, you can find us on E360 TV and all the emerging and continuing to expand distribution channels, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's all the time that we have for today. Until next time, take care of yourselves. We will see you soon.